what are we looking at here for EG and how they're going to be pinning it down? Ice, 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 offlane puck. Is this more traditional mid laner for them under the Abed? Crit when the previous game was playing Shaman, so I'm kind of under assumption it could be him on it again. But then again, Fly probably has plenty of experience playing Shaman. So is this just kind of a more flexible, open-ended pick for now, or is there a home for this puck already?
I think it's flex. I noticed that in the last draft, it's one game, so it's really hard to say how like EG is going to draft for this, entire season or whatever. But it seems like they really value the first two picks being ultra flexible, especially if they have last pick, because we saw in the last game the Mars got completely dumpstered by the Juggernaut plus the Witch Doctor Maledict, and they only had that pick available to them because they had Ice 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 playing a kind of strange offlaner and the like, and you don't see that too often. That's like, a year ago, maybe you'll see that, but once or twice, then it fell off. So I would assume this puck, Ice Ice Ice, will be very capable of playing it. I would even say, like, it's likely that Zoomers doesn't let it have a free game because they're insanely good. Like, you can see that there's now a Ricky, which makes Puck's game really hard. I think this is almost guaranteed an Ice 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 offlane Puck, maybe even an offlane Wraith King because he's done that. He's the only guy that does it, and I think it's awful, but Ice 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 is literally a god tier offlaner, so he can make anything work.
Yeah, Wraith King showing up definitely has been a hot pickup, and from any of the pubs I've seen as a top core grab. Ricky coming out's definitely a bit intriguing to me a bit, but as you mentioned, is a good counter pickup to some of these more utility team start kind of heroes, and could definitely catch EG off their guard if they're not ready for the Ricky. And we're just gonna go back to what works a bit here, and here comes the Witch Doctor now. And it was already talked about how effective Maldic was in the previous game. We'll see if they can kind of get the same thing going here.
I'm not going to question EG here, but I mean Ricky is good against all four of these heroes, is he not? I mean,
I think
you
so.
got Diffusal for Wraith King to burn that mana, which I think you have to buy a shard to be able to have mana-less ultimate, and it also costs more mana than it did before. That was one of the nerfs in the last patch. And then Smokescreen against both, I mean, Witch Doctor Puck and Rasta is unbelievably good. So I
Yeah.
really like this Ricky pick.
Yeah, both of these supports in the puck will feed against the Ricky, but you do have this added benefit that the new Ricky build that people are doing is like this Battle Fury Ags, insane damage
No, that's
late
true.
game kind of hero. So the Diffusal comes with the weird timing because it's like if you get Battle Fury into Diffusal Ags, by that time Wraith King has the Ag Shard. So there is that, but I don't think that makes like Wraith King good against Ricky or anything. It's just that Ricky's gonna kill all the other heroes, and then also he cleaves the skeletons. Like the fact that just giving Ricky 2 targets in his new Aghanim's, Tricks of the Trade, like, that's all you need to do, and it's just a good Ricky game because he does so much damage. I don't know if you guys have played against this in a pub yet, but it's like it's one of these things where it's like, "You know what? I feel like something like a Spectre should be able to outcarry a Ricky late game, but I actually don't know with this new addition of just, oh, you hit 2 targets." Like, it does way more damage. You need, like, Eon Discs and Ghost Scepters and things like that to deal with it. You can't just take the damage. Armor's not enough.
And when you have the Ags, you can obviously jump in allies. So Bat Rider, a very good unit to infest, if you want to call it that. I guess infest sounds so negative. It's a positive thing
It's
for Ricky to be
disgusting.
inside you, right?
Yeah, I
I'm
think so.
sure you.
Inject,
It's a very visceral
inject, yeah.
reaction that Jenkins just gave. I'm not sure. That's Jenkins'
It's yeah.
favorite word, by the way.
No, it's a very,
Um,
very festered kind of interaction there.
festered. Yeah, that's a good one too. Thank you.
I
Now,
thought his
what do you
favorite word
think
was
of there
Apex.
not being? I mean, this is probably an offlane Bat Rider. I'm assuming. I mean, it could technically be mid, but they don't really have anybody tanky. It could be the last pick offlane as well, since Brax has
Ah,
kind of been doing that lately.
the classic Brax. Yes, of course.
They just don't have a real true frontliner. Is that? Do you think that's okay with? I mean, Bat Rider obviously is an initiator, but not super tanky by nature.
I think you're onto something. I do think Earth Spirit probably it's risky. They might do it, but you're 100% right. I do think it is risky to not go for some sort of like secondary frontliner. A Clockwork. Okay, well Nyx is
Wow.
something. Nyx is
First banned last game, by the way.
hmm.
Crazy. I mean,
Yeah,
that's a
finds his
pseudo
way here.
counter to Bat Rider, so it's kind of a deny. But I don't think you last pick a something that just to deny the enemy.
I feel like if they run I feel like no matter what they run in the off lane, it's gonna have a. I mean, you have to run Nyx off lane, right? You can't run Nyx mid. That I guess you can run Nyx mid against the puck actually, if you think it's a puck mid. But then if you're EG, I think you just flex the puck to off lane right now. Carry Wraith King because you're gonna do fine against a Bat Rider.
Hmm.
All right, these
We'll
Ooh.
drafts are.
see.
Lots of flexibility from both
Wow.
sides. I couldn't even tell you for certain who's going where, but it's becoming a bit more apparent as they're getting identified. Abed on the puck, Ice
Oh,
Ice Ice and Legion Commander on the other side, 4 position Nyx, and yeah, Brax is playing the bat. Gentlemen, take it in a bit, but give me your very quick predictions here. Suns fan, let's start with you.
I'm gonna go 4Zoomers. I really like Ricky in this game. Gunner's playing Earth Spirit mid. I assume he's gonna go mid against Puck. I don't know how that matchup works at all, but this draft looks really cool. So I'm gonna go with 4Zoomers.
And
I'm
you,
actually
Jenkins.
gonna go with Zoomers as well. I did
Stop
not
copying me.
expect this. You know, listen, there's no copying happening here. In fact, I would actually like to pick the opposite. It's usually wrong, but I think you're right. I think this new Ricky is. I think we're all gonna think it's very OP in about 2 weeks from now, and this game might be a great example of that.
All right, we'll see if you're going to be a prophet on that or not. You both were correct in the previous game picking EG. We'll see if you're correct on this one. We'll head to a break. When we come back, it's right over to Lyrical Trent to bring you the commentary.
Hello and welcome back, all you wonderful people out there in Dota 2 world. We got game number 2 coming up, the Zoomers versus EG, and Trent, the panel has cursed them. They're going to, they can only lose now because everybody agreed. Thoughts on the series and the game so far, and what you're seeing in game number 2?
Well, they're already zooming. We got 25 seconds left till the bounty runes, but thankfully there's no fights. Guys didn't miss anything. We're good. Thoughts coming to this one? Well, what did we discuss at the end? We talked about like enabling Gunner and Brax as well, just trying to like make their games like a little bit easier. So I'm mostly excited for Gunner. I feel like I haven't got to cast a core Earth Spirit in a while, let alone a mid Earth Spirit. So looking forward to see what kind of plays he can make.
Well, and it's going to be an interesting lane for sure against the Puck. I mean, in a way, one thing that's definitely interesting about this whole setup is like Puck is kind of a hero that can run out of damage, and Earth Spirit's this big tanky boy that just wants to be running around the map making a bunch of stuff happen.
He's so tanky.
Yes,
it's actually like the worst feeling. It's bad enough when he's a core, like or like a support that's like snowballing a little out of control, right? But when it's the core Earth Spirit, suddenly he's just like 1400 HP, and you wonder what you're gonna do.
True, absolutely. They will kind of lack for damage, at least at the very beginning of this one. It feels like at least until Wraith King starts getting into some items. But we'll have to watch and wait and see. As down bottom already, the Coconut's bouncing into favor of the Radiant, and you can see a lot of Wraith Kings, a lot of phase boots into Radiance. You know, Arteezy just trying to pull out the Hector.
He's looking like it right now too. Just phase boots, wand, and then potentially just straight Radiance, no armlet. That's basically the most common build, I would say. Sometimes we see armlet into the Radiance, but it's varying results because sometimes it feels like they get the armlet and then they just spend the whole time farming for the Radiance anyway, and then they don't fight. So it's kind of like, why didn't you just go Radiance first? But then other games, maybe you just like want to see your carry involved a little bit earlier, and he feels more pressured to go like the armlet and the blink or something. But for the vast majority of games, I think you're going to be seeing the phase Radiance.
Okay. Well, it's good to watch for, definitely, as they're going to be pulling this creep wave back into the side. Fly trying to interrupt that one. Mid, we haven't talked about it, at least what the results have been so far. It's been relatively even. Gunner had to do some fancy moves to secure a range creep there earlier that we missed, but this could be a chance for a kill. Pops the Fairy Fire, and then the salve immediately afterwards. Never in doubt. He's fine.
Nah, he knew. Just gets us a little excited.
Yeah.
Us foolish casters not looking for fairy fires right away as we move from lane to lane. He goes back in for another range creep, as you were talking about last time, and it was costly. That was like a 500 HP range creep grab.
Hey man, if you got to do it, you got to do it. But that does probably hurt his net worth as time goes on. He is queuing up a bottle though, so we'll see how that one works out.
Yeah, we'll see when he gets it after setting up 2 salves. Or did he just instantly sell them? No, he
have.
sold 1. He's keeping 1 salve.
Okay. He believes he can make it through. Down bottom, Ocean is going to get clapped up a little bit here. Doesn't have level 2, so no Spike Carapace, and that should ensure a kill.
Nah, it's
level 1. Yeah, I guess not. He's going to take a lot of damage, though. Very annoying.
Good thing he has, 11 HP regen when Tango's running.
Yeah.
But they're right on Brax, too.
Yeah, he does.
Another very high HP hero, or HP regen hero. These guys are nuts, man.
They're thinking about going here a little bit. They're going to call it off now. Brax took a lot of damage from the skeletons. He had to play it a little bit careful there. So back and forth across the lanes. Husky stacking up that camp. Going to try and get maybe a pull connected off a little bit later on as Crit Still chasing in onto this Coddle Man. Gets the range creep there with that one, but at their shock, is it quite enough? They can't get into range for the kill onto Husky.
Not a hero you think of a lot of the time for Ice 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 in the Legion Commander. I mean, only like Silver on the Dota Plus as well. Like, you know, I think more of like the AoE initiators or just like strange offlaners in general for Ice Ice Ice. This is like the most standard. It's like Mars Legion are just two of the most basic offlaners that you kind of know their whole game plan.
Mm-hmm.
That usually means he's going to add some item dropping in to try and not be so bored. So I'm expecting that fully this game.
I'm looking forward to that a lot now, man. You're getting my hopes up here. I'm excited. Just looking already at the way that this game has gone, though, I'm a little bit concerned for Zoomers. You look at the CS across the board; they're winning every one of them. Spike Carapace, though, maybe a chance here to play a little bit of interrupt. But 26-9 on the puck is he's going to bully back Gunner a bit further and just force him all the way to the tier 2.
He's got 3 on the orb, but there's also a hasted Nyx there, so could have been some dicey stuff potentially.
Some damage on Ice 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 up top too, but can't secure the kill there either.
Oh, he orbed in front. Abed's
my God.
crazy. Gunner tried to roll back towards mid, and Abed actually jaunted to the orb, so got kicked back under the tower, took a little bit more damage, but he was not able to finish the kill on the Gunner.
But like he's completely forced him out of the lane right now. Like he has to go all the way back home, and now Abed should have 6 here by the time the Earth Spirit comes back. He will have to head over for a bounty room. As we get first blood up top, Sammy, he goes down. Husky trying to play cleanup. Oh, he gets Ice Ice Ice. Will lose his life to Crypt, but now the rotation coming from Gunner kicks him to death. All right, they make it work.
That's going to help out Gunner quite a bit.
Yeah.
Look how fast he's trying to get back to those bounties. He just ditches the creeps, and it was worth it.
He gets there.
He actually did it.
Damn, that was hype.
Yeah, well done.
He can't roll in because of phase shift, but he is at least going to be able to ride his little hoverboard away.
Yeah,
That's right.
So he's got that going for him.
Damn, dude. Nice
It's okay,
turnaround there.
crit TP'd mid after he died, so there's your revenge on the enemy mid when they kill you. Just go mid and feed their opponent the bottle.
True enough.
And camp them. Thinking about hanging out here maybe right up until 6 minutes. It looks like Fly's coming too, but he's scouted by Ocean. So yeah, they're trying to get this kill with the 6.
Yeah, desperately. Ocean needs to be very careful. Like we
Oh,
said,
Ocean
only
gets a
level
free
2.
courier. Hello.
Much needed. I like to see that one. Abed again jumped in deep to Gunner, who has his level 6 as well. This does mean it's a lot of like open time one-on-one in each of the side lanes.
Oh, don't get those all denied though. It's 3 range creeps.
Maledict, it's coming
Oh,
back to
Abed-
haunt him again. Good
Abed
stun.
messed up.
Good stun.
He waning ripped it in place. I think he was trying to Q.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Not great.
Yeah, that might have been a kill.
For a moment there, just going to drop the solar bind onto the puck, keep him in place for a moment. Still the CS favoring Evil Geniuses. And if you take a look at the net worth, it's kind of a similar story. I mean, the biggest thing I'm seeing right now is crit is huge.
Well, it's
almost
crit.
level 5.
It's also just like Gunner's lack of CS for a mid hero, right? Like they were
Yeah.
even, and then just no hope in this matchup.
Well, back towards mid again. Ocean trying to give his buddy a little bit of help here. And they will be able to at least force the jaunt back there. Gunner's going to have to roll away again. Yeah, he's just being babysat here. There isn't really another option.
And RTZ, he does grab the Gloves of Haste. We'll see if he actually finishes out the armlet. I have seen him just do the casual glove as well and not finish it out. So it might depend on if he feels pressured at all anymore in this lane.
Yeah, it would be interesting if he sort of changed up the build here. Felt like they wanted to play a little bit faster around the map.
I was looking at some of his games the other day in his pubs, and he did a lot of just like grabbing this glove and just holding it because of the just the increased attack speed to help you with your lifesteal in the jungle.
Okay. Well, 7 minutes. Sammy moves on over. Spots that crit is there. They do not have any sentry wards, but there is an observer ward, and that's going to be taken away by Husky now. It's 3 heroes that made this rotation up top. Gunner going to head on back mid. Crit is there, spots out the invis, and, well, going to be interrupted in his roll. Magnetizes out. Sammy making this rotation, trying to find himself a kill. Abed going to be stunned for just a moment there.
That was
but
really
does manage
smart.
to get the jaunt out.
So Gunner intentionally just did that roll so that he'd have to burn that stun onto Gunner, because then that gave the jump over for Sammy Boy, right? Because he knew he couldn't get that invis rune first. There's no chance at that. So he has to sack that to Abed. So he says, like, okay, well, I'm at least going to try and make a play on the Shadow Shaman because my Ricky's coming through here.
Okay. That's a good decision then. Well, we can see that now with all this action that's been going around the top side of the map, around mid, Arteezy's going to take advantage of that, leave the bottom lane, and start to just jungle away here on his own side of the map and just get a little bit of free time for himself.
And he has also picked up the blades too, so he got a little time to click some buttons while the Centaur stomped him, so he is going to finish out that armlet and will, I'm sure, continue to farm a lot, but at least be a little bit more valuable to his team if they want to make some moves together. ISSA still waiting for a dual play up here. Sammy Boy lurking pretty close, but there's also quite a few heroes here. But all right, they're coming up for the play now. Smoked up Abed. Who are we dueling? Oh, Sammy Boy, some tempting.
There's the coil, catches him right at the start. No way to stop this one for the moment. Ocean tries to make something happen, but the magnetize. Chance for a turnaround here. 4 heroes in the area with the Maledict onto Gunner. He's going to be hurting constantly. Roll through, tries to find a follow-up. Ice will die. So they get something for their trouble, but it is not feeling like it's quite enough. Tough stuff.
Yeah, Coddle just not a support that does a whole lot now at the lower levels, right? Without having that blinding light to try and mess up those sort of plays under tower at this part in the game, then he's not that helpful in those situations. We saw Husky's kind of standing there, like throwing out some illuminates. Like, yeah, I'm helping.
Right.
But at the very least, they did get the return kill onto ISSA, so they'll take that, as well as the fact that Gunner was like 8 seconds away from having Magnetize. So now he's going to try and make himself useful on the map.
Well, we will say that, you know, the panel was talking a lot about this Ricky being less about early kills and much more about just trying to get to this super farmed state. And Sammy does have the Battle Fury queued up. Do you think that they have enough to sort of like...
he's stealing that creep.
Nice. Yeah, he took that away from Arteezy
He's
down
watching
bottom.
Arteezy farm and he just stole his big creep.
I guess the question is, do you think that, like, right now Evil Geniuses have enough pressure early to try and, like, stop the game before it gets to that point?
Oh, Fly. Just puts down a sentry. Has Ocean following him. He knows.
Run away. Oh, good pump fake.
Yeah. Oh, it was
It's
still
still
going.
in.
Wow.
Okay. Yeah, there's going to be the blinding light pushback. Okay, a chance to get away. Dust is wearing off. Maledict's still on him.
That felt like it must have been like the last frame of the spiked carapace. I thought it was about to end too.
True.
Oh, they can't get the coil in time.
Oh, down bottom.
They whiffed it, but at the same time, they also are getting the return kill there onto to Crit. So Sammy Boy hits Abed with the tip. Nice try.
Gets away from there. Now can maybe put a little bit of extra pressure onto Mr. Fly.
Yeah.
Stun comes out. Maledict afterwards. Good bit of beatdown and drop the cloud afterwards.
That was nice. The early cloud to stop the stun, and they get another kill. Zoomers popping off here.
Interesting. Very interesting. I mean, again, it's like it feels like it's kind of getting set up for another maybe Ricky versus the World, although Gunner's having a much better game than he had in game number 1. Playing on his Earth Spirit right now. He's catching back up. Didn't get a ton of CS in lane, but is fighting his way through this. As the stun's going to go out mid, but wards have already been dropped, and it is very difficult to take out these ones with all the melee heroes they've got.
They do not have the best heroes this game. PL a lot stronger versus this than any of their current heroes.
True.
And that's probably one of the biggest strengths of Shadow Shaman. I mean, is he just better at everything than Lion now?
I mean, kind of.
Like, I mean, I guess Lion still has the single power kill, but like the laning is better from Shadow Shaman. The tower pressure and objective taking is just better. They both have Hex. I mean, they're both just Hex drafts anyway.
True. Yeah, I mean, I guess the only thing is, like, if you want to, like, maybe if you're playing against a Medusa or something, you know, the mana drain.
Like sweet, sweet illusion killing on Naga, man. You can get so
There you
rich
go.
killing illusions as Lion.
Yeah, there's very few situations where I'd rather see a Lion than a Shadow Shaman at this point, at least. And Crit's having a pretty freaking good game still. He has fallen a bit behind the Coddle. I think a couple of those leftover kills that Husky was able to secure with the Illuminate blasts were pretty nice. But you can see the biggest thing is just the objective taking. And that's a real problem. That's what Shadow Shaman gives you. 2 wards rounds of them dropped and 2 towers taken.
With how RTZ's playing, I'd be very curious to see his to at least hear what he thinks about Armlet into Radiance versus just straight Radiance. I guess he's showing it right now because he just left the jungle. The second they coiled mid, even though he's not going to be there by the time Ricky's deal is done, he's here for the team fight.
Well, roll in now. They find themselves the puck. This is a big kickoff.
Why did I come here, says RTZ.
Wow, and now they're going to get the Witch Doctor too. Look at that.
All right, so maybe not the best move by Artur. They'll walk in. Nope. See ya.
Yeah. And I thought that Puck was just going to be able to phase shift that one, but Nyx, making use of the Impale, just hits it there. Free hands. Sets up for the easy turnaround kill. And Zoomers now taking a very slight lead in this game.
Yeah, it's just oscillating a little bit back and forth as Ice is feeling a little bit lost out of the laning stage. He's got a Wraith King that doesn't really want to fight, which is fine. So, you want your one farming at this moment, but he needs to maybe sync up a little bit more with Abed. And his first item choice right now is looking to be the drums out of a double bracer. So he's not really aiming, he doesn't have big goals here on Ice.
Right. But they're manageable goals, That's
Yes.
the bite-sized things. You take it one step at a time.
Drums with a skeleton sounds pretty good too.
Oh God, Ocean. Oh, rolls away. He's just able to sneak on through. All right, that round of wards did not get a kill. Did not have Spike Carapace up either, so that could have been a pretty easy one.
Sammy Boy down bottom. Dire sentry there, so feels
No
pretty
bounty
safe.
rune for you.
Yeah.
Go back in, secure the bounty rune there, and then they will find the kill. Damn, they've been doing a great job. Bat Rider feels like a good hero, Trent. That's what I feel like I'm finding out so far from this series.
Yes. Ice is like, you're the reason I have to play Legion this game. I already hate you quite a bit.
I think Knoxville gave us that status a little while ago at the beginning of the game. That's only the 9th time that he's played it.
Yeah.
In his professional career, but a lot of different heroes in his repertoire.
I'm sure a lot of those games were versus Bat Rider as well.
True. Well, 4-10. Tier 1 tower now going to go down, and we're getting closer and closer to that Battle Fury for Ricky to help accentuate his farm, make him into that terrifying powerhouse that we all love to hate. Crit and Arteezy moving up, trying to find Ocean, but won't be able to quite connect in time.
Well, I feel like they're both going to hit near the average timings for their builds right now. 16, 17-minute Battle Fury, and then 20-ish Radiance for Arteezy after the Armlet, maybe 21 or something. So we're, I don't know, last game was pretty even through a lot of the early and the mid game, and this game's feeling very similar at the moment. We're looking to just start pushing towards those objectives. I don't think either side's going to get a tier 2 before 20. That's kind of our stomping grounds these days, where it's oh, this game's in trouble. They got the XP bonus, but maybe EG can do it if they want to commit with these wards. They're only level 1, but they have catapult.
Yeah, there's a lot of damage here. You got to be very careful. Gonna even drop the glyph afterwards, but coming from behind, Ocean is here.
He's been here for so long, and they have the ward, but there's a sentry here. Is that ward just outside?
Yes, it is. Just barely. But I think that they dewarded the sentry that was there.
I think they've seen... Yeah, they've definitely seen him because of where he moved. That's why Crit's walking
yeah,
oh, sorry.
They knew. So this is a big move. This is huge for them, though. They're going to find the Witch Doctor to start. Jumps on in, tries to get the Hex off. Can they make the lockdown happen? Long-range shackles, but he lives on the Nyx Assassin. Stun afterwards. Control comes out with 2 dead and soon to be a 3rd. That was a great fight for the Zoomers.
Vision is king in Dota, especially at this tier. It's everything, right? So just being able to see all of that from the Observer Ward is so strong for the Zoomers. And they got that tower low, but they were not able to finish it. Big win for the Zoomers now, too, as Arteezy continues his quest towards Radiance.
Well, he is going to go for a little bit of a wraparound here.
He's going for a play here.
Yeah, also bringing in the Witch Doctor. Brax does the old okey doke. and jukes him out.
Ankle's broken.
That's what you love to
Sick
see.
juice against this 360 MS Wraith King. You got him, man.
Dude, you gotta take the wins where you can get them. That's the thing I've learned more and more often. But bullwhip
Okay,
taken.
it's back. That's only fair, you know.
True.
The bullwhip should go to both teams from game to game with the bat. Mid lane, another initiation there.
Trying to find Mr. Puck. Gets the kill. Big old mana burn right there. Only level 1, but that's all they needed. Rolling afterwards finds crit 1 by 1 by 1. They are dropping.
How many
4
spells give you
Zoomers.
225 damage level 1? With
Yeah,
that,
that's nuts.
that
Oh, good stuff here as well afterwards. The Impale comes out. They set up the roll with that Spike Carapace. Dude, Nyx Assassin is just such a freaking good hero.
Yeah. Yeah, he is. I mean, Nyx and Puck, too. I mean, we have two of the best heroes in the patch in this game, but one of the best things about Nyx Assassin, and one of the reasons why you can just first pick him is, yes, the shard's really busted. Yes, he can build a lot of different items, but he's also just straight up good versus a lot of the better mids, like Puck right now. Like,
True.
I don't really feel bad. Like, who's counterpicking your Nyx Assassin, you know?
Nah,
It's
I'm not
like,
sure.
oh, they picked Rubik.
Wait a
like,
minute.
they can lift me through
Oh,
Carapace.
they got him again. Lasso, come to your home, Arteezy. We're going to put you back home again.
Oh, there
Can
it
he
is.
get out of there? Does not quite look like it. And he's coming back in a moment. But he'll still be stuck, and no way to break that TP, sadly. 5,000 gold lead.
That's experience. He knew exactly what to do. I'm going to TP out.
And it ends up working, you know? They win the fight off of that.
Arteezy talked about it. It's the counter to the cliff. Yeah.
That was great. I like that. That was a good impression of
It's
LG
just as
however
hype.
many years ago.
So yeah, you know. All right, well, great turnaround there from something that looked a little bit rough for EG. Only cost them a reincarnation. And we end with both teams getting their bonus, despite the very low HP of that top tower. They'll both get their 350 XP across the board now.
Hard to sneak that one away, for sure. And you can see some of these heroes from EG already prepping the defensive abilities they're going to need. Witch Doctor queuing up a Ghost Scepter. Shadow Shaman's actually going for the BKB, so Crit wants to
I love that.
play aggressive here and stand his ground.
This build is really good when you hit 15. Because you have the cast range, the Aether Lens, and then the BKB. Like, it's going to be so strong. Like, they're not going to lasso you, right?
Yeah.
His main concern will be being stuck in any sort of a Sammy Boy Tricks of the Trade, because that's still going to take a lot of damage.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, 2 minutes faster than the previous record BKB telling on Earth Spirit.
Well, and you're going to have to tell me what's going on, because I just crashed out of
Oh,
the game.
excellent.
So classic.
Well, I got you covered, buddy. Ice is on the run in the trees.
Oh, I can see it on the program
Did you press
feed.
the Learn tab? You're not supposed to press the Learn tab.
Oh, my
there,
bad.
bud.
I'm sorry. I need,
Oh, are you
I need
trying to
learn
figure
more.
out how to play?
How
That was
does it
not the
even
time,
work?
Gabe.
All right, we're back again. Perfect. But yeah, so a 2,000 gold lead there. They don't manage to quite catch on to Ice. And Arteezy hangs back in the mid lane. And I mean, since his Radiance has come out, it does sort of feel like that impending sense of just ridiculously farmed Wraith King that you can't deal with. I might be a little bit concerned about his farm rate just skyrocketing over the next couple of minutes.
Oh, I thought Gunner might be a little bit vulnerable there, but Abba went up instead. This crit takes the outpost. How vulnerable is he, though?
Apparently
Not
that
very.
vulnerable.
I think Gunner's just like, this isn't worth it. You know what I mean? I have a BKB. I could roll in there, but I don't want to get like hexed into a chain stun and dead when I can probably just walk over there in a few minutes and take that back.
True.
There's no value in it for the next 10 minutes, or 8 minutes, rather. Speaking of outpost value, when is anyone going to roach this game? Probably not for a while. We
Yeah.
haven't talked a lot about objective taking on the side of the Zoomers, but theirs is rather abysmal. They have, like, look at their cores. It's an Earth Spirit Ricky Bat Rider. They do not hit buildings. They need a lot of kills to hit buildings.
Right, and I mean, maybe you go for like a Meteor Hammer or something later on, but Nyx has often been going for this Dagon that I'm anticipating we might see here as Ice is going to get chased. Going up high ground, it's a dangerous place to be, but the Tricks of the Trade already there with the silence afterwards. Get some damage for you. Why don't you, Gunner? Now the Roland looking for more. Arteezy's still control here. He's going to be lassoed and pulled away from the rest of his team as they roll back in again, starting to take down Crit. Arteezy is going to fall. Good spike carapace. The jump away happens, but that just sets it up for even more damage coming out from good old Sammy. Can they kill him off? Abed will go down.
How did Arteezy die when it felt like they were just completely ignoring him?
I don't know, man.
Didn't it, though? It's like,
did.
I didn't feel like anyone was even hitting him, and he's just dying to only Brax.
It's a scary time. I think that, you know, on the one hand, yeah, Armlet's great. It boosts you up and makes you strong, but with the Radiance, maybe he just needs to finish off that BKB, and that'll let him survive that much longer. But it's tough.
Yeah, he just felt like completely ignored throughout that entire fight. And now Gunnar looking for a damage boost as well as a saving mechanic and the potential E-Blade now, too.
Man, when you can get a Midas this early on Earth Spirit and then just start getting into some of those bigger items, that's pretty scary. Also, having ridiculously high strength gain means that E-Blade's going to be dealing that much more damage.
It's true.
Finish people off.
What a hero. What's he at now? 2,500 max HP?
Yeah, with like one strength item.
Yeah. That's 500 more than the Wraith King.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
It
Just
makes
imagine
sense,
this guy
though.
to be so tanky. I mean, he's what, second highest strength gain, I think, in the game after Centaur?
Yeah. I don't even know if Centaur's that high, but yeah, 4.4 is crazy. Well, getting close to that level 18, and now a 6,000 gold lead for the Zoomers. This game, they're at first it was looking a little bit questionable in the laning stage, but now they've really turned up the heat, and it feels like they're hitting, you know, a very strong, nice timing for themselves. And with this Aghanim Scepter done for the Ricky, he's going to get that level 20 Blink Strike cast range talent soon as well. I mean, sky's the limit.
Yeah, I kind of wonder, though, if they end up losing a fight, we might just see EG take that Roche with the Shaman Wards. That's like one of the best tools right now, and with the Wraith King, too. Because, again, like, the ability to take Roche is very weak. Like, you saw the fight they won, even with those buybacks, a lot of teams would have been able to, like, pressure and, like, maybe secure that Roche, but they were just a little bit too concerned of fighting that area against Puck and the Wards, which I think is the correct choice.
Right.
Just, again, their lineup does not lend them to conquering objectives and taking away more territory very well. So they're going to smoke up. Husky's going to run right into the backside. The ulti running here.
Well, they
Yeah,
catch
they've
one.
already got ice.
Sammy, he's on top of all of them. They're going to try and blow him up right at the start. Where's his way out? He doesn't have one. He just walked into them all and died.
Does he buy back? That's the question.
I don't know. It's still a lot of damage coming out. Crit is going to take a good chunk of it, and he will fall. Now the silence, long duration onto Puck, trying to control, reapplying Magnetize over and over again.
Gunnar!
Needs one more punch, and that's the dual damage kill that he needed. Oh, that might have been enough right there. And then the roll away. Does he live? He does. Gunnar's getting out. Unreal.
Oh, that free weedy that he got there. Just buffing him up a little bit more for Gunnar. Thank you, Ice, helping him out. And that allowed him to just buy out completely on Sammy Boy.
Oh,
but
no,
meanwhile,
now he's going
stunned
to
up.
randomly die.
Oh, he got cast!
Oh,
It cast him
no,
again!
Gunnar. What have you done? Fly coming to save the day. He makes up for it and makes the play happen. Gunnar, what were you doing?
Oh, my God,
Oh,
that
my bad.
RNG.
Yeah.
How many units? There were so many units.
I don't know.
Like, so many units.
That's true. It is. That one hurts. That one really hurts. And now they're moving right on in. They don't have the wards, but maybe with just the skeletons.
Yeah, it'll be
I feel like it'd be
slower,
enough.
but at least they have Wraith King. Like, they have the best, like, single target, really, right now. Because the Ricky, we know what the tricks of the trade and the way he works, very strong, but Arteezy will still be faster with the Roche.
This still feels wild to me, though. I mean, 25 seconds until the Earth Spirit's back up, moving into position, trying to find one. Arteezy is out of the pit now. Up,
They have a
tried
great
to
ward
jump
here.
in. Okay, getting vision. Arteezy down to low HP, having to armlet toggle a little bit back and forth. Push back there in the flame break. Abed caught there for a moment by the solar bind.
They're going to have the recall right into for Gunnar, so they could smoke when he comes through and make a play here, potentially.
Ocean walks up
Oh,
high
my
ground.
God. What are you
They
doing?
waited out. That was well done. Oh, good reaction there. Gets the Hex. And they did not get any damage out with the Spike Carapace active. So yeah, a little unfortunate there from Ocean. Gets picked off.
Yep. I might call that a bit ambitious. And well, speaking of smokes, it's going to be EG who take one out there and have lost their outpost, but they're heading into scan. Does connect. Going to push back the Zoomers. They're just out of there.
Yeah, recognizing the danger. Sammy had left completely to go and farm up a little bit around the rest of the map. Checking Roche now. Need to be very wary. Coil is going to connect now onto the Earth Spirit. He has BKB available, forced to pop it now. Magnetize going to hit onto a couple of them. Coddle not able to bring anybody back in with them. Roll up now in some trouble, but Sammy shows up. Okay, some good damage there. Can they bring it down? Abed, they want to roll in, but don't quite get the connection. He's too slippery.
He's out of stones on Gunner.
Yeah. And press the attack, heals him back up, the turnaround with the duel. Lasso afterwards, finding crit. Made it, the big jump in from Ocean. Finds it on the back line, that was huge. Oh, they're living. And the damage coming from Sammy, they're going to live through it all. Roll away Arteezy, this is his second life, but he's in a world of hurt as Sammy is just going to beat him down. Gunner rolls in, they take him all dead. God damn.
Oh, that's such a terrifying fight to go into for Gunner. I can't believe that worked out well for them. I was very concerned when he had no stones, but manages to make the play work.
My man had some stones, Trent.
He did. Yeah, two big ones.
As the 30-minute mark's coming around, they're going to try and secure themselves a couple of outposts. Abed's going down bottom to get the other one, but it will be Roche working out in favor of the Zoomers. So Aegis on hand for Sammy Boy. It doesn't necessarily solve that problem you're talking about, though. The lack of tower pressure. Is this going to be an issue now for the Zoomers, even though they're up 9K gold lead?
The Aegis is very important, for sure. That like makes any bad pushing team instantly a pretty decent pushing team, right? Just because you can like, it doesn't help you push towers in the sense, but what it does, it lets you just throw your hero on the high ground, and it makes it easier to start a good fight. Like
Okay.
it applies some pressure on them, so it will help you siege high ground just by virtue of hopefully forcing your opponents into a bad situation when they have to commit for the Aegis kill. Yeah, we get ceremonial robes now for Abed. That's a nice
Okay.
find.
Yeah, that's a big one.
This one's a weird one because it lowers the enemy's stats resistance by 10 and the magic resistance by 10. An aura status resistance still freaks me out a little.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like it should be allowed. It seems a little bit weird, definitely. Anything else that we've really been missing in terms of like item pickups?
Well, I am looking to watch a E-Blade on someone that the Vendetta has hit.
Ooh,
Because that's
a good
again
point.
another flat magic resistance subtraction. So it's a gross amount of damage. Like that's why you see the Dagon, right?
Yeah.
Is that the burst is nasty, but I'm pretty sure they could blow up that Arteezy life or close to it with that combo.
Blink away here. Yeah, if they can get that hit immediately into the E-Blade, it's going to be pretty devastating. This smoke up is not going to connect onto anybody. Zoomer's trying to find a target, but won't be able to. They should be able to pressure this tier 1 tower, though, it looks like. And as you said, with the Aegis in hand, kind of takes away any worries that they would have otherwise. Ocean scouting for people on the other side of the map. Does have a correct inkling that they're going over here, but won't run into them yet.
This guy's got a death wish.
He doesn't care.
Spooky stuff here.
I think the other big difference that we're seeing in this game is it's not just the Sammy Boy show. You know, there's other heroes that have got some pretty decent farm on the Zoomers. And EG, Ice, not quite having as good of a game as we saw last time around. Just still sitting pretty with that Blink Dagger drums.
And look at this play. They recalled the Nyx after he like shows and stuns the wave, and they recall him up top, and they all move to this high ground. They were waiting for exactly this, but they weren't able to get the grab onto Abed. That was scary.
That would have been a really good pickup.
Phase shifted into the smoke cloud there.
But thankfully for Abed, Blink still works.
Yeah.
Gets him out of there. But yeah, purchase twice DPC Southeast Asian qualifiers. It's 3-0 in 7.28. So maybe that prediction that Jenkins talked about this one being OP in a little while is going to come true. Because right now, Zoomers are looking really good.
It's so insane because it gives you the double attack. I'm sure you guys have heard that. It's not listed on the tooltip, but he gets to attack 2 targets when he has the eggs.
Right.
That's why it's so broken. And then when you combo that with the cleave and everything, it's just it's gross. I can't stand playing against this hero. He's the most frustrating hero at the moment.
Yeah, it's a frustrating one for sure. I mean, that's just the history of Ricky, right? Like, who
Yeah,
actually
he's
likes this
either
hero?
completely obnoxious or worthless.
Yeah, there was a period of time where, like, you know, Boboka was doing the triple Aquila build, and that was a moment where I was like, all right, he can hang out, he's cool. You know,
Yeah,
I'm tired of
that
seeing
whole
Bounty
patch,
Hunter.
all he did was follow Enigma in the jungle.
Yeah.
That was his entire purpose.
Well, now we're seeing him siege high ground, slowly but steadily walking into the grill of a big bad Wraith King.
Yes, but remember, Arteezy has a royal jelly, so you know.
Oh no!
Watch out.
Oh no!
Oh, there it is.
Jump! There it is. They take him down once, and not sure if they're going to be able to do it again. Jump in lasso. Okay, and meanwhile they get the lasso connection.
That was a nice save.
They're going to take it off immediately afterwards. Gunner in the middle of nowhere. He rolled in to try and find the backline, but maybe the damage coming out here with the Ricky could be enough. Okay. That's bold.
Oh, yeah, they have recall. Okay. All right. That's all right. I mean, they're trying to use this Aegis, and they're punishing when there's no duel.
That's true.
Reincarnation's back in 13 seconds, but this is the problem with their push, because they're trying to force a fight, and that coil with the Aghanim Scepter is an excellent counter to really punish anyone who goes in for those lasso plays. And yeah, this is the push issue. That coil with the BKB piercing is so good.
I mean, the thing that's really scary about this too now, right, is that you're about to lose the Aegis. We saw what happened last time when EG made a moment where they could pressure in and take the fight right afterwards. I think if you're Zoomers, you got to play really safe over the next couple of minutes. This could still completely whip around, and suddenly, you know, they could start sieging high ground or something on the side of EG if they win a fight.
Yeah, it also turns into, like, how much do you want to delay them?
Yeah.
You know, like, this BKB is actually going to be a real reality for Crit at some point. And there's also a BKB being purchased by Abed. So it's putting a lot of pressure on Sammy Boy because he is their physical damage, right? The other two cores are an Earth Spirit and a Bat Rider. They are not helping in that department.
It's true.
Oh, yeah. But look, the counter is being picked up by Brax. He knows the play. He's going for the Wind Waker.
Okay.
So that can save you from the puck coil. So you guys remember how, like, when you got Yules, or when you had puck coil, you could Yules, and, like, depending on the rotation of your hero,
right,
you would snap the coil while you were Yules? Well, now with Wind Waker, you can just do that because you can move while you're Yules.
It is a very nice answer.
Yes, it's like a complete hard counter, which is good because it's a very, very good Ags.
Well, what we saw the last time around, though, was when Gunner rolled in, Puck caught him with the coil as he was mid-roll. And so he was just going to, I mean, he was going to snap no matter what. But that's something that they have to be really careful about as well, because it's such a long duration stun. If you don't get that BKB off as Gunner as you're rolling, it's just terrible.
With his ceremonial robe.
Good point. Thank you.
Yes. They also picked one up I saw on the Dire, too. It looks like that's being held by Ocean.
Okay.
That was their fourth neutral item as we get closer and closer to 37 minutes as well, and we'll have the other tiers here soon. Crit still just holding on to the optic.
Right. Like, that's
the value, dude. Yeah. I don't want stats. I don't need Nether Shawl or Bullwhip. Just give me 75 cast range.
I will say holding Cloak of the Flames as Witch Doctor with the Nyx in the game is pretty freaking bold. Like, this is just an item that it sucks against Nyx, I feel like. Because it sets up for such easy instant blow-ups. Just pop Spike
very
Carapace.
Good point.
Bang, bang.
I guess he's probably just like, you know, I mean, he can kind of just Carapace me anyway with, like, cask and stuff. I don't know. But you're right. It does make it super simple, especially if he's solo. I mean.
Yeah. Which
now you don't even have a chance to react. Like, even if you had a sentry or something, you're still just dead.
Yeah.
Although the radius is also only 375. Yeah, I don't know.
They don't have
Maybe the
Dagon
stats
on
are worth it. Yeah, they just have E-Blade on Gunner. We did see that Vendetta kill in the first life in Arteezy, and it was very fast.
It's true. You got to be really careful with that one. Maybe even thinking about toggling it on or off or something. But, I mean, that gets into sort of scary territories as well. If you're toggling Radiance and freaking Armlet.
Oh, my God. This Enchanted Quiver seems broken on Arteezy. That sounds terrifying.
Oh, yeah. Interesting. Just the
Those
big
are
old hit.
Heavy hits, man. that hit with the Mortal Strike as well as the Enchanted Quiver.
Yeah. That's going to be devastating.
Of course, you have to actually hit Sammy Boy to utilize that.
Well, it's True Strike, right?
No, but I mean, just you have to catch him.
Oh, yeah. Good point. course. And that is a problem in and of itself.
Oh,
Brax.
Brax.
Looking for an opening underneath a ward. Takes it down here. Spike Carapace to get a little bit of a stun, but I think he was phase shifted at the same time.
Tough call for Abed here on his next Envisation, I think. He's thinking about the Refresher, which is a pretty cool choice because he already has the gem. So that's probably why he's not going for the shard, right?
Mm-hmm.
If he loses the gem, maybe worth it. But I think the Refresher is a great idea because of how strong and how reliant they are on the Dream Coil this game.
Right. Well, he could also just queue up the Refresher for later, and when he gets the gold, buy the shard at this point too.
True.
Like, could switch it around if he wants.
It's actually no TP on crit here, and they are pressuring bottom.
Yeah, they're moving in maybe with this next creep
Gunner,
wave. They TP'd
Gunner's
out.
trying to pop a smoke mid. He was running with a haste rune in circles in the mid lane.
Do they glyph? It does not look like it. But they could run back in if they wanted. It's scary without the Aegis. They need that next Roche. That feels like it has to be the point for them. And maybe taking over that outpost up top is the next big objective for the Zoomers. But I'll say this 14k gold lead doesn't feel insurmountable at all right now for me with the EG lineup.
Abed was freaking out a little. He's de-warding a ward in the base. After the second attack, he just instantly phase shifts. It's like, please don't. I don't want to get lassoed. Is anyone building Lincolns?
Yes. The Earth Spirit is planning on building Lincolns. I think you meant for the other team.
I did, but that's also very important.
Yeah. Maybe he'll accidentally put it on EG. That's how that works, right? Yeah.
Totally. Yep.
BKB
What if you can
Shaman.
Lincolns the enemy to pop their Lincolns?
Ooh. Now you're thinking.
Whoa.
Now you're thinking, Lincoln. That was terrible. All right. Outpost being taken now. Pre 40 minutes. Do we also have any of the new items out? It looks like just Trickster Cloak. And then a Minotaur Horn and an Illusionist Cape for the Rickies. The Minotaur Horn is pretty hype.
Yeah, the cape's probably his best one though, right?
Yeah.
This guy's pretty stat heavy. Although actually his damage build, his build this game, and with the new Ricky, is actually way more green damage than the old Rickies used to be.
Mm-hmm. Well, we've got the Tricks of the Trade cooldown for Ricky at 25. Roche gonna respawn in a minute. Penta Edge Sword also
Look at this
pretty
little
hype.
Ricky just coming in. This illusion up here scouting them.
It's annoying. It's really annoying to deal with. And he can just keep sending them. I mean, don't want to give away 50 gold every time, but at least it's not the end of the world.
It's worth it for the scouting potential, honestly.
Yeah.
And they just pinged Fly. They said, hey, there's a guy here, guys.
All right, DC. And hopefully we'll be back into this one shortly. But as we get closer and closer to this 40-minute mark, it looks like EG pinging that top outpost. They want to claim that one for themselves as Brax had moved down bottom. Obviously, you do still have the recall potential coming from the Coddle, which could help out a lot if they decide to take a fight up here on the top side of the map. But you want to hold that outpost for the Roche fight that you know is going to be coming.
It is not very often you'll see a 15k lead and only a 7% win chance right now, as Dota Plus is saying for the Zoomers. I think that's fair, because again, there is some very real scenarios where things go poorly for them, but I think they've done a very good job of playing rather reserved. I think the last buyback on Gunner was probably their last decent mistake, but it wasn't a huge punish or anything.
No.
Just they need to not overextend and see the value in their BKBs too.
Well, and they're going to have buyback. Actually, buying that Wind Waker, Batrider loses his buyback.
Just call him the king of the Red Lions right now.
All right. I don't know what that is.
I know.
I didn't play that game. I'm sorry.
I'll let it go.
All right, we're going to let it go. I'll play it in between this one and the next game. So what do we have now? Oh, look at that one. Jumping inside his own self.
That's some next level plays. Imagine if you popped a smoke doing that. Oh my god. Oh, I think I would just be done with Dota if that happened to me. That's an uninstall moment right there. You duel this illusion after your smoke pop. Oh god, it's gonna happen, isn't it? Yeah. Please, Sammy. I need this.
All right, Arteezy summoning his skeleton boys. Are we gonna get the roll in to try and break it, get all that thing? But the wraparound is coming. Gotta be careful. Ice jumps in, wants to find one. They get the bash, they get the stun, they get the kill. Crit though, BKB chase down now. Hex is there. Do they have all the control they need? Oh, Yule Scepter lifted up. A little bit awkward, a little bit of control. They try and bring him down. Sammy Boy jumps inside of Gunner, and the
He's
roll
out.
away keeps him alive. Now the beatdown to come. Can they kill off this Witch Doctor? It looks like they will. Crit trying to control him for a second time to push away, and another Tricks of the Trade to escape. Jumps out afterwards. Abed can't quite find the lockdown that they need. Sammy Boy thinking about going back in now. Drops down the Cloud, trying to back away, but the damage coming from the Ricky. A double kill as they roll in again, because why not? This hero is busted as all hell. Gunner trying to chase down more. They kill all 4, and they won't be able to catch Abed, but what a freaking fight for the Zoomers.
It takes a village to raise a child. And, well, you know, most Ricky pickers are children, and that was a lot of saves from his teammate. The use of the Wind Waker to Yules him up in the air, nicely done from Brax, gives him 1 save, and then the evac there from Gunner, doing his best Uberlord impression to ensure a stable rest of the fight there. Great pick at the start there too, just like the key target in Ice Ice Ice.
True.
And even though they got that quick hex down, that was a little worrisome.
Yeah.
Good save still occurred.
I mean, any of those like hardcore saves that you can get, super important in this one. They're recalling people back in. Puck realizes I can't be here anymore as Brax and Ocean were making the move over. But this will secure the Roche, which did take a while. But this is going to be Aegis and Cheese now.
Yeah, like now we're talking about like weak push and everything, but now they've reached a point where he's just so strong, right? He has Abyssal. He's going to have an Aegis. He has a 9-second BKB still. Like these are the things that can just send you to the high ground with ease.
Ooh.
Wow, only 5 previous games he had more deaths at this time.
This is crazy. I mean, it's been a rough one for him. And, you know, on a hero that maybe doesn't have quite as much experience with, but you need it when you're playing against that Bat Rider.
That's crazy. This guy's played a lot of Dota, guys.
Yeah, no doubt.
All we had to do was bring him to NA to start really tanking the stats on Ice Ice Ice. No problem there, friendo. In my wildest dreams, I never would have expected Ice 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 to play in North America. It is so crazy still to me. I mean, this is only a second game, obviously, but even just hearing that news, because I can remember back in the day there had been rumors of him coming to North America, and everyone was like pretty excited.
Right.
And to see it finally happen is just weird. Like starting to watch Dota and seeing Ice Ice Ice, like DK, Ice 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 playing some Dota.
Dude, it's a whole new world.
That's who you modeled your gameplay after. It was like Ice 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 and Universe were like the most studied replays.
Well, and now getting an opportunity to see him on the stage of the
Hey, wait a
NADPC.
second.
What's that?
Universe was on EG.
I wasn't gonna say it, but yeah, he was. They get him eventually.
They've got something going on here.
Man, this has been a big game though for the Zoomers. I think that it would have been really easy for people to write them off after that game number 1. Just say, all right, they're gonna get smashed here, particularly after like the way that the beginnings of that laning stage worked. But the panel talked about it. This is a Ricky that becomes an absolute monster in the late game, and when you've got these various different forms of save and control, like it's all just to the like end goal of making Sammy Boy ridiculously strong, and he's carrying him here.
It's one of those games where any Witch Doctor players will know this pain, because you get excited to play Witch Doctor. You're like, oh, I haven't played Witch Doctor in a little while. So you first pick Witch Doctor because you're a support player. So you have to first pick every draft. And then they inevitably pick some hero that your stun is just useless on. And
Right.
he's the hero that's winning the game. And you're just like, I'm sorry, guys. I don't have a Hex. Crit, this is all on you, man. And
That's
it
true.
just becomes rough. He did a great job last time with a PL, who can also be kind of a similar hero with the Doppelganger and stuff, but at least he was able to land a few more Maledicts in that one. This Ricky just doesn't give you the opportunity.
No, it's a real big problem. And I think that it doesn't get particularly easier. I guess that duel is probably the goal that you go for if Legion can find it. But you're also talking about a Lincoln Sphere that actually they switched it over. So instead, Earth Spirit's going back for an Aghanims instead. I like that a lot. That's a really cool pickup.
Yeah, it's all just on Sammy Boy too, right? So
Yeah.
they can use that as another save potential.
True. All right. We have the reconnect. Brax still AFK. I saw at the beginning of game number 1, they had to pause because Brax had to do something with his cat, had to put it away or something. I don't know what's going on.
Yes, a lot of drama surrounding the cats lately.
You want to tell me about it?
NADPC. Well, I don't know if you guys saw, but Quincy crew, Quinn, not willing to pause a matchmaking game, I believe, so that Moomeander could feed his cats. So Moomeander retorted by posting a video of said cats being very sad, for they were not fed.
See, this is the thing that I love about North American Dota, right? Is that
We have lore.
we have lore, and it's like it's wholesome lore, you know? Like that's what you want to have. Other regions, it's like, you know, people angry at each other. Here, it's like, you wouldn't let me feed my cat. Can you believe it?
Cat is the default answer. It used to be door. Now it's just always cat. Whenever there's a pause in any game. Oh, cat. Door was 10 out of 10 though.
Yeah.
That was a standard. I can remember there's a time where you'd be in like a game, like even a pro game, someone would pause and like 4 people would just instantly type door.
Yeah. I think I'd seen it in pro
strong.
games a couple times.
Now no one's allowed to come to your door.
No.
And if they do, they better stay back. Drop the
Right.
food and leave.
That's right. Get away from me. I don't want anything to do with you. But in a nice way, you know.
I mean, that's why they gave him so many charges on the blink strike and the tricks of the trade. You know, Sammy Boy, it's in and out. Tries to keep the social distancing up as much as possible.
That's right. 6 feet, that little area around him, the circle that you see. Don't go into that area. Otherwise, it's gonna tap you on the backside. Give you a lot of damage. It's not what you want to see. So we have 42 minutes here. And Oceans.
Do you know how wholesome the place is where I live?
What's that?
They tried to change the term from social distancing to physical distancing because they didn't want people to stop communicating with their friends.
Wow.
That was
that's
the official
amazing.
government statement.
Just in case you guys were wondering, we want you to still be
You
talking.
still have friends.
You can talk
Just
to people.
don't touch them.
I mean, it's a good thing to recognize. I don't know. Whatever. Oh, Teasy throws out that stun. And they realize, okay, ward right there. Come, hello, and join us. They're going to destroy him one time. Can they take him down again afterwards? Oh, he gets the blink out in time.
Yeah, a little
all
too
right.
early on the stun. I mean, Ocean had to go for it like super early because it was the BKB anyway. But yeah, not able to punish on that. They are still going to get the racks though, so I'm sure they're not too upset about this.
And a
They're
quick
just out.
roll away afterwards. Nice, nice, nice.
It's such a slog when your push is weak.
Right.
You know, it's just take no risks. They're definitely playing it the correct way, but there's a reason why it's taking so long.
Yeah. And, you know, there's this top tower that you can eventually rotate over and take as well. But it means that you need to take full advantage of this Aegis. You know, the last game, I think you could have maybe made a couple of justified complaints about maybe not making as big of moves earlier for the Zoomers. Obviously, it was tough, but this time they're taking full advantage, trying to pressure it on in here. Sammy Boy seeing if he can take down this tier 3 tower, because it doesn't get easier. It's not like your push is going to become that much better over time. Kills off skeletons, and they could be ready to go again with lasso backup, though they do have Will-O-Wisp too. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, they're just pushing out waves, recalling people back in. Still lots of time left on the spirit form for Husky.
And they are going to go and grab the top wave for the moment on Gunnar. Actually, everybody's retreating back again. As you said, they can do that spirit form recall, but need to make sure that they get back in time and make some use of this Aegis here. A minute and a half left. Are they just going to take the tier 2 and call it good there, getting bounties, I guess?
Yep. Slow and steady. I mean, they're just missing some of the cooldowns, I guess, so just chilling.
God, this is so much damage. The 2 hits is gnarly. Remember when it hit everybody?
Ricky.
Right? That's wild.
All right, there have been worse, like, big meta heroes. I don't know. Well, actually, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if I regret saying that in a couple weeks.
Yeah.
It's already pretty obnoxious. There's
Spike
an
Carapace?
initial hex, but not concerned.
The wraparound coming from Brax, looking for an opening here. Who does he find? Spots out crit. Doesn't want to jump yet, though. And they're maintaining really good positioning here. They do have that Aghanim, so they're ready at a moment's notice to jump in and save somebody with Gunnar if they need to. And kills the creep wave, walks back in, stun goes out, will connect. Sammy, I mean, dude, there's 20
All right.
seconds left
Yeah.
on this Aegis. This is I don't know about this one. They jump in BKB
Force
on
the
Brax.
BKB?
Yo, what's happening?
Oh, he
This
was
is
too
not
slow.
good. Run away. Everybody abandoned. Get gone. Don't be here anymore.
That was
Okay.
a lot of gold for Arteezy.
Yeah.
That was a 3x kill streak and a fairly farmed hero. So he just got like 700 gold or something, I think, with AoE.
Now,
Okay,
they
5
do
XP.
have buyback on Brax. I feel like after that last round that we saw with Gunnar, we're probably not going to see it, but they're kind of going in. Dude, I don't know about this one. They still have, you know, reincarnation up on the Wraith King.
6 heroes versus 4. Of course, they also have 8 seconds till Spirit Form, so you can buy back and recall.
Yeah.
Plus, he has bots depending on where they are too. So, and a haste rune on Gunner. I think they're gonna like smoke into them or something here. I don't know. It's so tempting because you're a fighting team and they've left the base.
Right.
So like you want to actually engage them there, but at the same time, the creeps are now high ground. And Same Boy's like, well, I still have a BKB.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
They have a lot of save. They have a whole heck of a lot. They also even have the Geomagnetic Grip targets allies now for Earth Spirit. Got his
Yeah.
25.
He should not go down very easily on that Ricky. They could definitely siege and poke a little bit more here if they want to. It's just crit being a little annoying. It also might be just like that 9-second BKB. If he had a
Yeah.
5-second BKB, he'd probably be a little bit more willing to like just hop in and finish off that tower. But frankly, tier 3s just aren't worth as much as they were before anyway. So it's not worth just like diving in there.
Actually sending in the illusions here to try and beat it down a little bit more. 150 health left on that tier 3.
Oh, they're going in. They want it.
Bat Rider. Okay. Sick play, y'all. I don't know, man.
I was gonna say there's no way we're gonna make it another 16 minutes when I hit 44 for the next neutrals, but I don't know. It might.
Yeah.
We're at
There's
least
a
gonna find
chance.
another Aegis.
A minute away before it's capable of respawning. And for now, I mean, is there any worry that things start to like become better if you're 4Zoomers like for EG? Is there anything
I
that
don't
EG can
think
look
so.
forward to here?
I don't think I'm concerned.
No.
They're
Okay.
not getting any farm. Like even if he gets the rapier, which is it done? I think it is.
Okay.
Yeah, he just hasn't combined it, so he's done the smart play in case his courier was killed. Like even if he gets this rapier into a team fight, it's like, what are the chances that he can get enough kills with it, right?
He does have Abyssal Blade. I mean, it depends on like how Zoomers play, I guess, too.
All right, well, if they're gonna get it, this is it.
Oh God, it would be heartbreaking for Zoomers to lose in this fashion. Another game where it felt like they were in control and it starts to slip away. There's no creep wave mid. I mean,
This is my 5th game so far this season, and 3 of them have had rapiers, so it's a good start so far, guys.
yeah. Well, they're gonna move right on in. And Roche, how quick is the respawn? Can you imagine if it was
Dun,
instant?
dun,
They
dun.
spotted it.
Ooh,
All right, now it's 2 minutes. Yeah, they're waiting for somebody to come back, but nobody's home. Zoomers are playing on the opposite side of the map. They're going to take back over this outpost right before the 50-minute mark. Fly heads on in. Now, the danger is if you're Zoomers, you might think it's just the Witch Doctor that rolled out there. Or they might find Arteezy.
Oh, they're so clumped. They're sending in ice.
Yeah. Gunner moves. Hex is there. Duel immediately, trying to bring him down. Can they do a good Yule Scepter? Keeps him alive for the moment. They're going to bring down that
on
Legion
Sammy.
commander in just a moment. Can they kill off Gunner? They will get one at the very least.
Oh, look
Leap
at
together,
that!
Scott. The bash isn't going to be enough. No, the turnaround is there.
He's dead.
Will-O-Wisp, and they take down the Ricky. I don't know if they have enough damage to deal with the Wraith King afterwards. Now trying to turn and control on to this Earth Spirit, beating the crap out of him forever and ever.
bashes!
1,500 crit dead. Looking for more, why don't you? Dude, evil geniuses, they find a way. Somehow they find a way.
Arteezy's just praying, like, please spawn. Give me an Aegis.
Damn, dude.
Wow. They definitely thought that was just ice. Because that is an ice play. The way he's
Yeah.
playing, you're like, okay, he probably has buyback. He's out here just like farming a few creeps and trying to get bounties for his team. It's very reasonable for him to assume that he's just alone. And he just gets the initial, I think, onto Gunner at the start of that, but God, it was so cal, it was hard to tell. But still, very surprised that Sammy Boy went down. he actually got the stun after. Like, he abyssaled Arteezy, but he just couldn't get out.
Yeah, I think he went for, maybe he went for a right click, or maybe it was just it happened so quickly afterwards. But whatever the case ends up being, you're now facing down the barrel of Wraith King with a rapier. If they have to buy back here, that kind of sucks. I don't know if you want to give up a Rax, though. I mean, because then if you lose after buyback,
I think they're going to get Roche.
Dude, they're going in. I mean, they're trying to force buybacks. They're going straight for the tier 4s. They have to buy back.
Yeah, this is nice. Force the buy. Oh, but wait, they're holding it with the sleep.
I mean, they're
Oh,
trying to
this is
take
so
it
tense.
down
It's 10
now.
seconds, though. There's no way that Ricky's buyback. You know he's not.
Yeah,
Is he
the
actually dying?
reincarnation comes back underneath. Can't quite get him.
He had armlet anyway. He'll be fine.
Now using the glyph to make sure they don't lose that melee Rax, it looks like. Trying at least at the best of their abilities. And will it go down? No, they won't be able to get it. But
Okay.
Roche is up.
And Gunner has no buyback for 6 minutes, so they know that he can't come in right now. And they've got the damage with the rapier, which he needs to take this. And that's now an Aghanim's. Ooh, who do you give it to?
I'm not sure.
Ovid? I mean, no, you don't give it to Ovid. It's very tempting. I guess it's just Arteezy.
Yeah. He picks it up.
It's go time.
Dude, this is wild. And now, moving right on out, are they going to even be able to deal with him? He's got Cloak of the Trickster just running around. The decision to get rid of that Radiance and buy the Rapier, like, so heads up. Exactly what he needed to do.
Ooh, we got a game here, guys.
Yeah, we do. It's 14k gold lead, but that doesn't matter.
This was a 95% win chance at one point.
What's it at now? Oh, it's going to cut into Ichi's favor.
Yeah.
What? Does that feel right to you where we're at right now in the game?
With Aegis and Cheese, I don't know if I'd say, I'm like pretty hard stuck on a 50-50. It's really easy to just be like, yes, now they've won, but like, can those, like, we still know there's so many saves.
Yeah.
The damage is weakening a lot, as we've said. Like, they're so magic based on the side of the Zoomers that like it's all physical, and that's obviously a lot of your scaling damage in the late game is coming from the Ricky. But if Sameboy can have those saves thrown on him, then he is going to be okay.
Right, he's going for the Swift Blink now. Husky, in the meantime, has finished off a Hex with crazy good range because of that cast range talent.
Mm-hmm.
There's been a couple of upgrades now to the lineup for 4Zoomers and what they have. Aeon Disc done for the Earth Spirit to try and keep him alive through the burst. I feel like a lot of what sort of allowed that fight to go so well into the favor of Evil Geniuses was the surprise factor that they got him off guard there.
Can we talk about those really straight lines that Sameboy draws, though?
That's
very impressive. Yeah.
I like it.
Guy must direct a lot of pubs.
All right. The
There's
standoff.
the cloak.
The standoff finds Ocean. Aeon
the
Disc
Aeon.
immediately runs away afterwards. Now trying to take
Coil?
down Ricky. Ricky's alone. Where's his help? Nobody's there. Oh, the Yule Scepter. Good play there from the Bat Rider trying to keep him alive. And then the Remnant. Gunner got him out. Oh, everything from
No, Abed's
Sammy
going.
Boy. Literally all of it. Can they bring him down in time, though? They do. They get the Ricky. Oh. And now they're in more trouble. They're in even more trouble. They used everything to try and save him one time, but can Sammy Boy turn it back around? Takes down one. Can he find a second? Has to jump out afterwards. Meanwhile, Husky getting brought down by the puck, but he will not die.
They got him.
What
And
more do
that's
they
the
have
gem
left?
dropped.
Oh my God, Ortiz turns it back around. Stunned, in a lot of trouble. Sammy Boy pops his BKB, needs to walk away. Oh, he's got to be careful. Abyssal Blade's still on 25-second cooldown.
He abyssaled to the creeps to get out.
Yeah.
That was nice. Sammy Boy making plays there. And all right, everyone, we got to pause here. At least they wait for the end of the fight. Well done, Arteezy. Manners there.
My heart be still. I can't handle this right now, Trent.
This Cloaks of the Trickster has been very obnoxious.
What the hell? How is this item? Wait a minute.
Well, you look at the other items in the tier 4 range, they're not really that great for Wraith King.
No.
It's kind of the best one in that range for him.
Oh, geez. All right, so where are we at now? Like, I mean, okay, the Shaman is dead for 60 seconds, no buyback. That's a lot of their lockdown that they've kind of been depending upon. Gunner saved the Ricky there in that last fight, but he ended up dying for the cause afterwards, and he doesn't have buyback. The only people with buyback right now are the Wraith King and the Witch Doctor.
And he's probably got 3 lives left with the 25 seconds left on reincarnation. Like, realistically, by the time he dies. He also has enough gold for the backup rapier here, too, theoretically.
Yeah, but no
closing in on
buyback.
at least. Yes. So he'll probably save on for that first. I'd still rather be EG at this point now. Yeah, I'd say this is now fully in their favor.
God, the lack of push, it hurts so bad. And it's causing
Man.
the problems.
They played so patient, and I thought that the lack of mistakes really was going to be all right for them. But just one fight outside the base where they wanted that fight, it just goes so poorly with all that damage from RTZ.
Well, and I mean, realistically, we talked about the fact that Zoomers weren't getting quite enough out of the Aegises, but even if they had gotten that top lane of racks, I don't think that changes all of what has happened next necessarily. I mean, I guess the only thing that you could say is that like maybe that top lane would have been pushed out when Zoomers were moving over to try and find Fly and Ice Ice Ice, and then that fight doesn't happen. But I don't think that that's guaranteed either. It just feels like it's been a wild couple of minutes, and EG taking full advantage. The veteran team with the 45-minute comeback.
He's got Moonshard surplus. RTZ buys it. So,
All right.
Yeah, he is a scary dude.
Such a monster right now.
Is this a munch or a hold? Is it like worth ditching a slot? Yeah, okay. I wasn't sure. I thought like maybe he'd just try and like go for a quick kill with the Abyssal.
Stun comes out there trying to control for the moment, and he is just going to beat up that melee racks. Everybody right behind him. It's tough, but it is going to work, and they take down their first melee racks. As Roche, or rather the Aegis, is going to be reclaimed in about 20 seconds. And it does look like we're going to be getting towards that 60-minute mark with the next tier of items likely. Dude, I don't know. I'm not sure how to feel about this.
Let me refresh myself on Swift Blink's various properties here. So he gets the 40% phase movement, 50 attack speed, 50 attack damage for 6 seconds. That's a long time. That is pretty good.
Yeah. Got a lot of buffs that last patch.
I mean, the other ones were just like... A lot of times I felt like you just wanted the other two when you were playing a carry.
Oh, Arteezy has the double rapier. Arteezy has the double rapier.
This guy loses Aegis and buys another rapier. All right, not what I was expecting.
He was insane. Oh my god.
That is not the way that usually works.
The crits that are going to come. He doesn't even have a TP scroll. Dude, wait for your courier to catch up to you. You're out of your mind. 2,100 damage crits. Like, it's not going to take much to blow up Riki. Granted, Riki does get a lot of agi and, you know, armor getting built up from it, but at a certain point, it's just too much damage.
Math only matters for so long. Eventually,
True.
it's just a big stick. You know, breaks your little nerdy glasses when you're calculating your I have so much armor and resistance.
Quite enough.
My Dakota voice.
I like that.
That's my Dakota's nerdy voice.
It's a great one. That's one of my favorite voices of his, too. God. 3,000 gold lead now, but the buyback status is really the one that's going to matter. And right now, it is the two supports for Evil Geniuses that have it. Everybody else is lacking right now. Some of them for gold, some of them for time.
Got the stare down happening now.
Right?
A Wild West. 5 heroes approach. 5 heroes set to defend.
There's a
back they shall go for neutrals.
Yeah, there's a big push coming up top that Arteezy has to go back and deal with now. And I mean, maybe go stack the ancients so that way you can get the neutral items that much faster.
Yep.
That's always a hype move.
All right, tier 5 neutrals. So let's assume we're not going to have a fight here. Our new ones: the Book of Shadows, 12 all attributes, 400 night vision. You can then make the target become untargetable, but also silence mutant and disarm for 3 seconds, and it can be an enemy, an ally, or yourself. And
It's actually, it seems really good for the Zoomers lineup right here to like keep Sammy Boy alive. I actually think Book of Shadows is pretty
They're
hype.
smoking to the ancients to catch someone stacking them. I'm pretty well.
Oh,
They had a
interesting.
ward. They saw this.
Okay, so they'll blow him up. That's nice.
Fly was doing the obvious play, right?
Wait. Gunner runs into Arteezy. The Aeon Disc now control. Do they have enough to bring him down, though? It doesn't look like it. Arteezy's not taking that much damage. And there's the bash. Can they bring him down in time? He jumps away over to the Legion Commander, able to take him down. But Aeon Disc drops as well, turns back in, tries to find crit, will be able to get him. Okay, he is getting that bonus, though, and the kick back into the pit now, trying to kill off Artur. They'll get him.
Sammy Boy stunned again, though.
Dead. Well, and actually, Legion's dead for 2 minutes. They didn't have vision. They didn't have any vision in the pit. He was invis, but they couldn't catch him. Hex is out now as well. Arteezy will fall. Although he might kill a couple people on his way out. Oh, wait, TP home. He gets the rapiers back home. Oh, my God, Arteezy.
He's a
he
genius.
Gets away with them. And that means he'll have him when he comes on back. What a freaking player. Dude, that was super hype. I don't know if it's going to matter, though, because Sammy Boy's a freaking monster as he jumps in and kills off Abed.
That explains why he bought 2. This guy had plays. Had some thoughts on that one.
Damn.
Oh, a sigh of relief exhales from the side of 4Zoomers. A chance has been brought back to them.
Wait a minute, though. Arteezy going right on in. The BKB wants to bring down Gunner. The control is there on the side.
Oh, my
now
God.
Tries to turn on his Sammy Boy. All right, tricks of the trade. He might just
Stop
take them all on
bashing them.
himself. Can they kill him in time? He has reincarnation back up again. Turns down to Sammy Boy. Those crits are huge. Crit is going to fall himself.
God,
Now,
get out of there. The stun,
wait
though.
a minute. Wait, the stun? Oh, there's the control that they need. Do they have a second round of it, though? Arteezy, he needs to get a couple hits off. One crit would do it if he could find any of them. Turns on to Sammy Boy, doesn't have enough, and he will fall. Yule Scepter lift up, which means there will be no escape this time for the Wraith King. Rapiers on the deck, and I think game in hand. Zoomers did it.
Oh, woo. The 4th
Dang.
highest Divine Rapiers per 100 games ratio at 13.7. Well,
Jeez.
let it continue. Let the numbers continue to rise. As, that game got a little sweaty there.
Yeah.
In the end.
Yeah, it did. Oh my God.
Oh, that doesn't even feel that good to win as the Zoomers. I mean, it's relieving, I'm
Yeah.
sure.
I-
But man, Ricky, he's got problems. He's a little busted, but he's got some problems.
It's true, and I think that they picked a really good hero for it. I think there were a lot of moments there where it felt like EG were just going to be able to take over and wipe the floor with them, but in the end, it didn't happen. Any big takeaways there? Did it feel like Zoomers played better, and that's what that's to me at least what it feels like. It felt like they played better, and that's what carried them over the edge in the end.
I think it was like play-wise, it felt kind of even because the way like EG were able to actually make their way back into that game is rather incredible.
Right.
I'm impressed by the mentality of the Zoomers when it gets that situation to at least like hold fast and take the victory after. Zoomers definitely played better for the first like 40 minutes. That's for sure. But near the end there, they had to make a couple big plays just to eke that one out. EG very close to sealing it for a 2-0.
All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for our second game. NADPC starting out in a good way. We're going to hear from the panel in just a moment, but first, let's head on back to a break and take a moment to calm ourselves. That's what we need.
NA
after that
Dota,
game.
baby.
That's right.